Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and a lot of very cool builds to check out again this week. So I'm going to be showing all these in Reforging in 2 unless one doesn't check out right, and I may quickly spawn it into vanilla to take a look at the proper stats that way. But the very first build we're looking at right now is the RE2 Warlock Class by ProcyonLotor. And very cool ship. I do believe this is a like a refit of an original version, but yeah, it's nice. It's just a very cool aesthetic looking ship. Now I do believe this serves as a lower CPU tier combat vessel, how it sits right now. So it's not like super high end with the CPU and things like that. Basically it's affordable, and it does look like it's set up well to do combat operations. Maybe not taking on dreadnoughts, but, you know, a lot of things it could probably handle. And it's hard to say. I'm going to have to check out its other stats also, because it is a vessel here. So here, hold on a second. Just want to see what's going on with its hull materials. So it looks like we do have some hardened steel up in here. Some combat steel back over here. So I'm going to fly into the nose area. We do have decoys. Looks like Xeno. No, I'm sorry. Actually, that's just steel. Looks like Xeno. Oh, wait. No, that's combat steel back there. So, obviously, lots of layers, a lot of things for the AI to shoot at, and the AIs will shoot at, like this turret here. It looks like the armor is, again, well, like, fairly light. Looks like right after that we are getting into actual parts in the ship here. So, it does have some armor up on the front there. And yeah, definitely along the front here, we're seeing a lot of combat steel and things like that. And then as you get further back into the ship, it looks like it's steel, except for some areas, probably meant to protect individual parts on the interior of the ship and things like that. It's always hard to plan that out, but yeah, it is doing it. It doesn't have a huge amount of sponge room on the front, but then again, it is a pretty small vessel overall. So also with that too, we do have a nice landing pad here on the back there. Should be able to park some HVs, SVs, things like that out back there. Quite a lot of forward thrust. Something's telling me that not all of these are real ones, but maybe I'm incorrect here. So advanced ion thrusters. Okay, I guess they are all real. I thought maybe a couple of them might have been like the decoy thrusters or the rocket engine thrusters, but no, they do seem to be all legit real ones here. We got our strafing thrusters right here in kind of like 2/3 back on the hull, on their hull position. Reverse thrusters there. I just want to get on the bottom side here, see where the lift thrust is. Looks like that's in the back of the ship as well. So it's definitely set up with standard combat operations in mind. Not keeping like thrusters and things like that at the front of the ship to get blown up, especially useful thrusters, you know, the ones that will actually help your ship move. You could put in decoy thrusters, of course, but these bigger ones here are your main thrusters there. So yeah, very cool looking ship. All right, I'm gonna get on board here, take a walk around. I think we're gonna come in through the bottom, since it's got this very visible arrow here, which is definitely helpful. People like me need this, otherwise we're just, what doorway? No, I'm just kidding. Usually we'll find a doorway eventually. There could be other ways in and out here. Let me just get the light somewhere like that, and let me, oh man, I'm going to have to go into God mode first, I think, to get up here. Let me get up to a deck. There we go. All right, so obviously not a lot of room in the ship here, so everything's going to be pretty compact. So it does have reinforcement around the thrusters, the strafing thrusters in the back here. We got our warp drive and pentaxi tank. Nice looking setup on that. Like this console really sets it off there, and the caution tape on the side. Very cool. And yeah, the warp drive fits nicely back there. And then standard, well, I can do standard plasma turbines. Interesting. So yeah, that's yeah. I usually call those the medium-sized plasma turbines. Looks like there would be a little additional room in here for maybe some CPU extenders. Oh, that's actually another thing that you'd probably put here is CPU extenders if you're going to jump the CPU up on the ship to add more stuff to it. All right, so let's go up another deck. Wow, I didn't expect this. We even have a chill out place in here. We got our corner couch here. We got this really cool kitchen setup over here. I like how it's opened up going into the couch. It actually feels very realistic this way. Got a fridge, food processor, got a basic CPU core there. Place for a constructor or deconstructor. Advanced constructor there. Another CPU core, ATM. So kind of a lot of stuff in here. Well, this carries on through a blast door here, so additional protection beyond that point. And three 1x3 generators. Places for advanced CPU cores. Very nice. And then we're getting into this front room here where we can put in 2x large shield boosters. Oh, interesting. Improved versions. Okay, I think those would... Technically, I would call those the medium shield boosters. It always confuses me. They're called large because they're of the large CV blocks. But I do find that a bit confusing. 4 large shield boosters basic. Okay, so up there. So basic... those are the 1x2 shields, and we do already have some installed there, as well as our, I believe this looks like an advanced warp or advanced shield here. No, shield generator. Okay, not the advanced shield generator, just standard right now. Yeah, I'm gonna God mode around here just so I can fly up there a little bit, see what's happening. So yeah, very, very cool. Room for definitely additional shielding, additional CPU. Alright, and I think that is it on this deck. So then I think we're up to this really cool looking first-person, third-person bridge here. Very nice. I like how this is set up. You got pilot seat there. This whole wall looks really, really awesome, especially with the LCDs, all the equipment. Got a storage controller there in the middle. Off to the side over here, it looks like we've got our part of the medical bay. So we got these 3 parts here, and I bet you we got the rest of them on the other side. Well, at least... well, wait a minute. Am I missing something here? Or maybe these are the important ones. There's 2 other medical parts that I'm not seeing in here. But maybe that just didn't have a place necessarily to go in here. But toilet and shower, got to have that. Especially that shower. The shower... although it's listed in deco parts, is extremely useful in the game. It counters like radiation and freezing with the shower, so it is. I actually consider that a medical part in gameplay here, not just something for deco RP stuff. So then we got another deck back over here, which goes out to the landing pad. We got some cargo boxes in the area, and yeah, sensor there. Got our weapon locker, armor locker in this area. Yeah, so really nice compact combat CV. It's got quite a bit of upgrades, especially in the shield department and CPU and things like that to have those shields work, and yeah, just kind of set up for some I don't know, mid to lighter combat operations, I would say. And it looks incredibly cool too, by the way. So let's get the lights back on, take a look at the numbers here. Alright, so unlock level 20, size class 2. Barely to at that. 64 forward, 16 strafing, 32 lift, 32 reverse, 14 down. I got 4 fuel tanks, 2 oxygen tanks. Got our loadout of weaponry on here. It does have a stock long-range radar installed in here, which is awesome. Just about a 5-hour build time. And not really needing anything too special. Obviously, you're going to need the bridges and your standard stuff that you would need on any kind of combat CV. But yeah, it's really quite inexpensive. Really quite easy to get in the game. comparatively speaking to other combat CVs. CPU wise, set up 410,000 CPU, using 407,000 of that. Which, oh, this is all laid out all pretty and everything. I'm sorry, I just want to see the cores. Core 5 is what this is set up to right now. 2 basic, 2 improved cores. Obviously had room for the more advanced cores in the ship as well. And even if you wanted to add some plasma turbines, or maybe additional shield parts, or CPU cores in those locations. Its biggest weapon is going to be this guy up top here, which is a light ship cannon. Oh, I actually looked like it would be a heavy, or I think that's 3 individual light ship cannons there. Kind of almost looks like it could be 1 heavy weapon too, but it is cheaper that way, having 3 smaller ones. Alright, so last thing here, let's take a look at your storage. If I hit the right button, let's try this one. So we got a cargo bay at 320k, a lot of sort boxes for different items. Got an ammo bay at 320k, and that is pretty much it. Which is, again, to the point. It's exactly what it is. It's a small combat CV, and it's just set up. It's not terribly expensive, and looks really, really cool. I also believe it would be pretty effective with a lot of situations. Again, probably not going after dreadnoughts or anything with it, unless you had a bunch of them. That could be interesting. But very, very cool again. This is the RE2 Warlock Class by ProcyonLotor. Very, very nice build. All right, so we got kind of a MK2 version of a ship that we have looked at in the past. Let me get this powered up. And this is the Warlord MK2 Reforged Eden 2 by Entei. And yeah, this is a very large, very detailed, crazy looking ship. Almost looks like it could fit in the Buck Rogers verse, but it's just I believe an original creation by the author, kind of following the author's style. And yeah, this thing's this is a big one. Big ship here. I do believe it does more than combat, although it is set up for combat. You can even see by some big old artillery type launchers mounted on the sides over here. Although the weaponry right now is probably toned down on what its full potential is due to CPU limitations, at least stock. But yeah, very, very nice looking ship. I don't exactly know what is different with this one versus the previous model. I'd have to compare them close, but I imagine it just got I mean, all of his builds are extremely detailed, so probably some changes made. I can understand that. The author used it in game and was like, well, you know, this might be a little better here, or this area doesn't look quite to my expectations, so I'm gonna fix it up a little bit, or change this, or do that, or add in new feature parts that didn't exist when I first built it. A lot of different things like that. But yeah, very, very cool looking ship. And yeah, a big one, a very big one too. Really cool looking. These are actually deco radar discs here. Let me see if this is the real one or not. That is the real one right there. Okay, so long-range radar array installed, which is our best radar in game in Reforged Eden 2. Yeah, just wow. Yeah, I know. I've already looked at it once, but well, I looked at a different version of this once before. But yeah, this is extremely cool ship. Now, this is also going to serve, I believe, as a beyond doing combat operations. It will also serve as a base style ship, I do believe. It is quite large, a lot of or a carrier type of ship, actually, I would say. Carrier and base. I imagine it does everything. So huge hangar door opening in the rear of the ship, side openings over here as well. I am curious on its CPU, but I wouldn't doubt that it's dialed into somewhere around core 9 is my just knee-jerk guess. Just a guess. We'll see. All right. Well, anyway, man, there's just so many features to look at on a build like this. Really, just you know, the hull plating on this looks really insanely cool too. Just the way, like, this is set up around where the long-range radar array is going, and how it's just configured here on the sides, and yeah, the whole thing. This bridge looks really cool. It's kind of looks like you're gonna have a reasonably decent first-person view out of that, considering it's kind of low profile as well. And I do believe some of these thrusters back here are going to be fake ones right now, at least. Yeah, like these large rocket thrusters right here. Some of them are going to be fake, some of them are going to be real. It's more of a CPU balancing act than anything else, I think. Oh, and then this almost looks like another ship over here, too. These are more forward thrusters in this location here. I wonder if those are real. Hold on. I gotta just keep this out, I guess. Now, that's actually a plasma drive thruster and a rocket thruster. So that one's fake. That one's better than normal. Or better than the ions, I will say. And most of them back here are probably fake, actually. Yeah. The fake ones also serve as placeholders. So, like, if you wanted more thrust power, if you need it, so you got carrying around a ton of stuff with you, you could, you know, replace one of these with a real one and have more thrust power. All right, so I'm going to get a board here. Let me park right here a second, and let me adjust the lights. I'm going to try to move through this fairly quickly. I know, oh man, I know I could spend hours walking around an Entei build like this, especially a big one like this. But let's just admire all this stuff in here. So, with OSA violations, I'm not seeing any so far. I noticed that over here we got our wires up above, so they're not going to trip anybody, or, you know, they get their head stuck in it and hang there. I don't know if that ever happens, but, you know, you got to watch out. Got to watch out for things. Over here, it looks like you got some nice, quickie little utility bay, air, O2, and health. Oh, air and O2. I meant air and a armor locker and health. I guess air is kind of like O2, isn't it? Who would have ever guessed? So over here, it looks like we have a. Oh wow, is this what I think it is? It kind of looks like it's a like a module bay. Like you would drive something in here and then kind of park up to the front here. Maybe park in. I'd have to look up the stats on that. It might be like a Majora or other type of module. I don't think a Helios module would fit in these bays. But yeah, very, very cool setup there. Got another one on the other side there. I know I'm kind of in God mode again here. And we got some drone bays over here as well. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, very nice, very nice. I like how that's displayed too. It's a neat part to put in a build because of its detail and framework and stuff like that. Again, I really wish there were some deco parts that would be like part of this, like these rail beams over here. That would be a great deco part. Maybe this part that goes across, that would be an awesome deco part to use for other things besides just the drone bay itself. I think adding in like a block set of this kind of thing would be really helpful for doing really, really cool looking detailed interiors and stuff like that. Stuff that look far beyond voxels, basically. So that's just really, really cool to see that. I don't know if I would just yeah, this has some pretty good lighting in it. Let's tone that down a little more. I just like to see the how things light up. Like you can see that over here, there's like a orangish light and stuff like that. It does change the appearance in darker conditions quite a bit, which is nice versus having everything brightly lit. Fusion core, got to have your fusion core. Oh, I do remember this room. I do remember seeing parts of this before. So yeah, just really, really cool way to go about a fusion core. And that is the, I think that's a small fusion core right here. Or a small fusion reactor, I should say. We got to have our pool and our shooting range and our artillery lab. Got to have a lab for artillery. Got to see how your new guns are doing. Well, this is kind of a bit of a violation right there. Looks like not all the OSHA violations were cleared up. I'm gonna get lost, by the way. I'm just saying. But everything is super detailed. Again, I have toured this ship in its previous version before, so it's not brand new to me. But yeah, it's just crazy detailed and nice. Let's check out this artillery lab. And I probably missed things on my first viewing of the ship as well. So this is the artillery lab, huh? So this looks like you put like a gun there, and then you could shoot the thing there, and they could see how the impact was and how much power it did. And yeah, got to have our regular shooting range. So if you're not in the mood to fire the artillery, you can just use some regular old guns here. Very nice. Got to have that. And then, of course, the pool with actual, like, water blocks in it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, nice. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. The water does look like water in there. Of course, you got to have a pool. I mean, come on. What kind of big old capital ship doesn't have a pool? Yes, and then you got to have your bathroom near the pool and the plant, of course, and the really cool hallways with the OSHA violations. Oh man, I don't know how much more I should keep on looking at the ship. Obviously, why don't you sub this build and take a look at it? It's impressive on all levels. It just crazy impressive. Yeah, if your hangar is not big enough, you got these extra additional landing pads back over here, and up over here, and this is yeah, this is. Oh, okay. So I was looking at this as a module bay. That could be the case, but it also I wasn't even paying attention to the ceiling that opens up, allowing things to pass right into the hangar area here as well. Oh man, there's so much to look at. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I know I'm in God mode too. I'm just worried that this video length is gonna be so. There's quite a number of larger builds to look at this week, and I'm scared to death right now on how long the video is going to be. So I'll try to summarize some of this fairly quickly and tour it sort of quickly. Did I just loop around? Yeah, crew quarters. And yeah, great looking LCDs in the elevators and stuff too. Yeah, everything about it's just wonderful. Here, I'm going to fly up through the hall. Let's go check out the bridge a minute. Again, there's a lot of areas of the ship I didn't look at right now. But yeah. Yeah. Main core right up over here, looks like. And this, a lot of times, yeah, this is the auto maintenance system. This might have been one of the added parts that were added to the build. Different things like that. And then, of course, we got to have our information. This had a library of different color schemes. P menu, upgrade markers. I don't think I had that on right at the moment. But, yeah, that's there. Pretty typical for Entei builds. Usually adds in that very thing there, which I think is really, really cool. But, yeah, crazy, crazy cool looking bridge area. Again, I couldn't tell you all the changes made to this build versus the previous version. But I'm sure enough to warrant a new release here. Also, more part locations up over here for advanced shield, what does that say? Advanced booster position. Advanced shield booster position. And of course, if you have a hard time getting in the other hangar doors, we've got an extra big one up top over here. So just in case. Just in case. Well, anyway, all right. Let me get the lights back on. Just a crazy cool looking ship. These stripes look really awesome on it too. The difference in like the blue color back over here going into like grays, but similar white stripes in various places, and all kinds more locations to add weaponry and all kinds of other things. So yeah, very, very, very cool. Very cool build. All right, let's look at the numbers here. So unlock level 25, size class 23, and 27 forward, 8 strafing, 20 lift, 15 reverse, 11 down. Got 38 fuel tanks, 10 oxygen tanks, whole bunch of quite a lot of guns on here already, actually. In fact, I already kind of glanced over at the CPU when it first came up, and I realized that I believe I'm wrong on what I thought the CPU was going to be on this build. It does actually have quite a lot of installed weaponry, including the long-range radar array, missile turrets, swarm missile launchers, heavy. So it is actually rocking some fairly expensive CPU parts already, retractable plasma artillery turrets and things like that. So my thought on Core 9 is incorrect. This one actually has a loadout on it already, including some quantum cores there, heat exchangers, reactor cores, plasma converters for some of the thrusters, antimatter converters for probably some of the either weapons or thrusters, and it will use a lot of quantum processors in there. Large upgrade kits. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Set to 1.5. Wow, I'm way off. 1.58 million. A lot of CPU. It's going to translate to a Core 17. Also has a micro jump drive installed. Had the drone bays. That's another thing that I don't think it lists in the weapon loadout. And Core 17, so that's going to be your Core 9 plus a 4-pack of auxiliary and quantum CPU cores in there. And that's why it requires so many quantum processors. But yeah, so this one's already, I didn't realize that, but it's already kind of like hitting the default limits of CPU and Reforged Eden 2. Now, if you're playing on like a server that I've been playing on, there's some other ways, I believe, to increase the CPU even more through little rodents. But other than that, yeah, super impressive ship. All right, one last thing. We're going to have to check out the storage. So we've got, yeah, just a lot of storage. 4 320k ammo bays in there. We got a number of 640k bays. Like how they're all labeled here. That's nice. So it looks like 6 640s, 4 320s for ammo, and beyond that, a bunch of sort boxes and things like that. So very, very nice. Very nice. So again, this is the... I would have to, again, read the full description on the workshop on the changes made from the MK1 version, I guess you could say. This, again, is the Warlord MK2 Reforged Eden 2 by Entei. Very, very cool build. Extremely cool build. They don't get much cooler than that. I mean, unless you build straight up Buck Rogers stuff. But that's about it. All right, so on to the next build here. This is the Star Atlas by Artemis Rogue. And this one looked quite a bit different than a lot of other builds, but not entirely. This is kind of more of a... wow, this almost doesn't look like it's combat. This kind of looks more like a carrier to me. What's up with that? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh, that's cool. I was kind of looking. I was expecting to see about 9 bazillion guns on here. It does have some guns, though. It's still rocking the sentry guns and some other things. Really lights up a lot, too. There are some pretty powerful lights around this build right now. Definitely going to have to check this one out in the dark. And it's, yes, some similar stylings with a lot of the curvy and stuff going on, which looks very cool. I kind of expect to see some color gradients in one form or another. We have the color gradients. we have some steam. Not seen any fire yet. That's pretty wild thruster design there. Oh, look at that. You got the sentry guns even on the glass there. In the back, we've got figure out where my thrusters are. Oh, actually, oh, look at this one. It's revealing. I actually know there's some thrusters there. Or they're probably fake, just to throw you off. Think you know what's up with it until you don't. But yeah, basically by its weapon loadout on here, it does look like it would be have good ample drone defense and things like that. But I don't really think it's meant to attack dreadnoughts and that kind of thing in this case. But it does look like it's designed to move around ships that do attack dreadnoughts and things. So that's kind of like a utility build here. And actually, I think we're looking at a multi-turret too. So, I mean, to afford all these crazy combat ships and stuff like that, you need to have some other kind of ship to gather up the resources for those in the first place. And I believe that is kind of what this ship is about. So, like your base, your home, your salvager. You just have some drills on it too. I'm just kind of curious. You have an alarm sentry on the front. It almost looks like if you wanted to, although this is kind of arranged for that right now, I keep on thinking, it's like, yeah, what if you had like 4 of the CV laser drills? You could remove some glass parts there, put them there, which would keep them all nice and tight together, offering you from the bridge, seeing a good view of mining an asteroid there. And we've got the upside down door over here. This is pretty cool. I don't want to go inside quite yet. All right, hold on. I want to look at the hull at nighttime here as well. Just because it really looks like it's designed to look at the hull at nighttime. A lot of lighting and things like that going on in it. Texture lights. And yeah, it does look very cool. A lot of use of these things. Lens flares, kind of, not really, but they're like light accent parts to create it looking like a light is going through the air and kind of, yeah, very cool. It's a polygon trick. Doesn't cost much performance doing those kinds of things, but they do look very, very cool. So yeah, very, very cool. And honestly, the way this is configured too, with all these areas here, like every single one of these, I believe, could be a good line of sight turret position as well. So if you did want to start shooting up a lot of stuff with this, kind of looks like you could do that to a point. But it's not going to have all the decoys and the front heavy armor. But I wouldn't doubt if there's a second cockpit in here too. Anyway. Let's get aboard here. I'm just trying to guess what everything's going on here. It's fun for me too when I'm walking through a build trying to figure it out. I screw up sometimes though, and I do apologize. So coming into the hangar, got a nice hangar bay for utility HVs, SVs, things like that, or a tank. O2, we got some big old lift thrusters on here. Looks like we're running the XL variants of those thrusters. Got all our medical equipment up on the wall back over here, including our weapon and armor locker. Oh, look at that. We do have a quickie pilot seat, like right there. Nice. It's probably not perfectly level where it's sitting right now. Alright, let's go up the elevator here to the first deck here. Oh, it is nighttime. It's actually just very bright in the ship. So, yeah, you can definitely see what's happening. And look at this. We do have like a combat bridge back here with a shower and a fridge and our main core detector. Place for a 1x3 generator over on that side. CPU blocks. So, like all your stuff, even a fuel tank right there. Does have some probably armored glass in front of it. I think that is. Yeah, 3,500 hit points. Yeah. think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is. Alright, and then it keeps on going up here. It doesn't go forward, though. Interesting. I'm not seeing it go forward yet. Okay, and this is where we just were. We do have another deck up top. Oh, okay, here's where we go forward. So we have a production over here. So you probably, I imagine you would operate production here, well, via mostly the P menu. So you can get into devices and have everything do processing, building, all that kind of fun stuff. Wow. So I thought this was going to be more of a, like a base style CV, and it kind of is. But it also allows for some great big old parts in here too. Including like large shield parts, and yeah, there's our shield, our main shield down over there. Warp drive in this room over here. Just a lot of room for shield parts and things in there. Same thing going on over here, and all the way up to the front of the ship. So it is kind of designed like a combat ship. And then it goes to it also has a front bridge, first person view bridge here. Oh, and a separate pilot seat down there as well. A little utility in here. Very cool. And let's see. Over here, this is probably that other bridge. This happens to have a full medical bay in this one. And airlocks to get in there really quick like. Flying around. You gotta have the shower. So that's like maybe the main pilot seat, and that's like your co-pilot that sits up on the upper deck over there. And then this is another way I get you back into there, and another access point going outside. So, like, it's kind of like, in a lot of ways, designed like a combat CV, but well, not entirely, because I don't think it's doing the decoy thing, because you got the bridge in the front and stuff like that. But it's still kind of set up like that to protect all the parts on the inside, and you can add in a big shield and all that fun stuff on it too. Not to mention, again, just the way the block configuration is along the side here. Every one of these areas could be a good line of sight turret position. 5, 6. I would have to reference. This probably means something. Maybe for turrets, like turret, or I don't know. But yeah, it's not quite what I thought it was going to be either. It is more of just a lot of combat stuff going on with this, and a big old flight deck here to park in even beefier combat CVs that the author has made. Well, much beefier combat CVs that the author has made. But very, very cool. Very cool build. Alright, let's look at some numbers here. Unlock level 25, size class 4, 44, 24 strafing, 47 lift, 24 reverse, 24 down, 12 fuel tanks, 3 oxygen tanks. Yeah, really rocking the sentry guns on here. Plus, quite 8 of the, or maybe that's 3. I think that's 3. 3 light Gatling turrets and 32 sentry guns. And also the multi-turret for some salvaging. Not need anything special here, really. Just very, very standard stuff for any CV. A little E and Z in there, not much. CPU set to 410,000. Using 408,000 of that. Gonna translate to another Core 5. So 2 basic and 2 improved cores. Obviously, a lot of upgrade potential, especially if you want to get more combat-y, or even add in some plasma turbines or something like that. You got a lot of room. Pretty universal storage slots going out through the most of the hall here to add in, yeah, whatever. And this size will fit most things. I think it will even fit the new RE2 furnaces. So that is a new part. Those are 3x3x5, I believe. So that would fit in here, as well as large shield parts, of course, medium shield parts, CPU blocks, generators, whatever you need. All right, let's take a look at your storage here a minute. So we got an ammo controller, 2 ammo controllers, 192k each, it looks like. And we got a harvest controller at 320. 2 harvest controllers at 320. And I think that is it. Often, a lot of these builds, you know, unless it has an insane amount of storage, I don't necessarily need like a standard storage controller. These both have special features, and a standard one doesn't. But a standard one can be up to 640k. Excuse me. Where these can only be up to 320k. So very, very cool build here. Again, this is the Star Atlas by Artemis Rogue. This, yeah, just, I don't know. It's kind of like a blend between a combat CV and a non-combat CV. But it looks like its goal in life is to do salvaging and move around combat CVs. So, yeah. All right, next build here. Let me power you off a second here. And now over here, we have the Judge Dredd CV by Medskilsta. I believe this is a new author, or author I'm unfamiliar with here. Yeah, it looks like we're rocking another. I think we're running a combat CV. Although I'm seeing a lot of antennas right now. But they look like they would be placeholders for a lot of guns. And that's really cool configuration on the front there. Let's get a good look at the whole ship here, though. It's a pretty large ship. No, yeah, that's really cool the way this is set up on the front there. It kind of like lands on these, like, I don't know, I almost remind like skid plate kind of things, or, well, not really that either. More like a front end of a snowmobile or something. That is cool. I like the way that's kind of configured, this whole structure down over here, kind of lifting the ship up and looking really, really cool. Very nice. I like the color fluctuations in there too. Kind of going between the, I believe we got, unless I'm just looking at shadows. Yeah, we got some different tones of surface colors here. Quite a few, and then obviously accents with the yellow and texture lights throughout the build. We got a lot of rusty stuff going on over here, but it actually still looks pretty clean. It doesn't really look too rusty there. Now look at these side areas here. Like big old side, like shield plates on the build here. That's very cool. And again, this is a pretty big build here. Oh, look how it sections off. Oh, wow. Well, this is a trip. Yeah, this, so literally like the back part here is not attached to the front part. Like it's another ship entirely. Oh, that's very trippy. But obviously you got this this ramp bridge to get you from the back of the ship to the front of the ship. Yeah, it's literally there's cut right in half, kind of in the middle here. And we got a big old hangar bay coming up from the bottom side in this location. It actually sits fairly high off the ground, which is kind of neat as well. A lot of lift thrust right back over here. Cool looking texture lights on the back side. Yeah, quite a lot of forward thrust in here. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Oh, look at that strafing thrust set up there. 4-pack of those. Also, yeah, cool use of the decals and stuff going over this part of the hull there, giving it some increased detail and things like that. Some cool looking formations. And then up at the top area here, looks like you got a bridge kind of sitting on the, I would say, the rear part of the ship. Yep. Or, well, no, this is still in the front part of the ship. The rear is like it's separate. It's kind of cool because the rear is like the engineering of the ship. Like this whole structure here could like attach to other ships and then push them. Like this ship here doesn't really have the thrusters. This ship back here does. This ship moves this ship, or at least how I'm perceiving it, especially because of, you know, it's the sectioned off area in between the two there. So yeah, very cool. Very cool. Alright, so I'm going to find a way on board here. Now I know that ramp would get me in, but I was just seeing if there's... Yeah, I'll start at the bridge. Let me adjust the lights here. So nice, luxurious carpeted bridge area with a lot of visibility. So definitely got a good line of sight piloting the ship from this location at least. And great big old picture windows all the way around you there. Really cool. The door kind of goes right in the glass there. Some consoles, things like that in the area. And let's see. Here's our first deck. Oh wow, we got some nice fancy crew quarters in here too. With gotta have excuse me again. Gotta have a window. Yeah, nice looking crew room. I like that. Oh, and like mezzanine up there. Oh, this is cool. It is like a loft apartment here. Well, anyway, we've got we've got a really big microwave and a shower and toilet up in there. Well, that's probably a really big microwave. I just made that up. It's not that at all. But anyway. Same idea on the other side here. Well, that's really cool. I really dig that. All right. Let's go down to this deck. Okay, so this goes all kinds of directions here. This may go to the rear part of the ship, across the bridge. This is just cool. All right, let's check out the rear part of the ship. We'll head back to that location and continue the other directions. Couple advanced generators over here, and their housing. And it kind of looks like it's the only place we go, at least from where we came here, is to get to these advanced generators. Okay. Again, that's such a trip. Very cool. All right, so we'll save that. Okay, so we got some more crew rooms over here. Nice looking crew rooms again. There, you know, again, this one's got a nice window view as well. No loft area on this particular room. These guys have to use the public restrooms. No, nice looking rooms though. All right, so let's go this way. So we got our C. I don't know if this is going into like the core engineering area. Well, that still could be in the back of the ship. Kind of looks like a place to hold a fusion reactor, if I were to guess. Or a small fusion reactor, or a shield. It might already have a shield though, so I would say that was an upgrade slot for a fusion reactor. Thrust is kind of got some armored glass around that, protecting that area. Oh, got a advanced constructor over here. So that's what the C 2C. So constructor C1. Yep, another advanced constructor there. And we've got the control. Got some rads. Oh, we got more generators over here. So, yeah, a couple more advanced generators, like the warning signs there. And we go up and down here. Oh, man. Let's go down. So, yeah. Oh, we got a farming section on board here, too. Look at that. That's cool. All set up already with the grow lights. And, yeah, let's see. 9 times 6. So, what, 54 grow plots would go in this room. Plus our food processor. And, oh, there's more. Add another 36 to that for total grow plots if it's mirrored on the other side, which I think it is. Very cool. Very cool. So nice farming section. Good amount of room there. It's probably a control for the grow lights. Yes, it is. So, yeah, he does farming. Oh, wow. Hold on. Man, oh, geez, this is going more places. Oh, wow, okay, so more, like, engineering rooms in here. These look like compartments to hold. Let's see, that's... say maybe more advanced generators? Oh, well, got a warp drive or plasma turbines. Gravity generator in there. Oh, wow, look at this. Oh, the whole floor lights up. So this is where our main shield is going. Detector. It is fairly armored. Like a lot of these parts are really protected in here. Oh, wow. So we got a hangar with a repair bay in here. Big old blast doors to get you up and down. I think we've seen that from the bottom side of the ship. On the other side of that. Oh, wow. Repair console up over here. Teleporter. Some choice alien plants on display. Oh, look at that. Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on in here. So we got, yeah, our armor repair, storage controllers, boxes. Got a quickie cockpit right there in case you're out doing some work in this area. You can take control of the ship quickly. This certainly is looking like an airlock. But, oh my god. What is that, 3 doors in a row? That's protected. So this is our fuel area. Obviously, caution tape it all around that as well. I feel I'm really getting lost at this point. I know I was gonna like go back to a certain point on the ship. I'm not sure where that is anymore. Okay, so I got our main core right there. Hold on, there's another door over here too. What's this do? I don't know yet. I'm sure it does something. I thought it was going to open like these doors or something like that, but I'm not sure. Alright, well anyway. Okay, so, okay, we came from here. That's right, I took this elevator. Let's keep on going down on this elevator. Oh, okay, so this is just a quickie kind of way into the ship from the lower side here. Okay, so I'm going to try to backtrack a little bit real quick. Or not. Oh, wait. This elevator. Excuse me again, man. Yeah, we've been in there. And up over here, looks like just a... oh, it's a first-person pilot seat over here. Kind of protected as well. Very cool. Okay. It has its own ventilator. Alright, so here, I'm going to... what just happened there? Alright. God mode around a little bit. Let's get over to this area. And look at that. We got a kind of a separate air zone in the full medical bay over here. All the parts there. Oh my goodness. So we're too yeah, like this is where the janitors stay. They got their little room. Their little room up there. Okay, so let's go down here. Okay, so we're back to there. So just want to fly around a little bit in God mode here a minute. See if I missed some areas. One area I'm curious about is this whole. Sorry about my coughing there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of congested, and the more I talk, the more that happens. I just wanted to fly into the hall in this area here. So we got a lot of combat steel, thrusters. So okay, it does not look like any interior areas here, but a whole lot of our thrusters and things like that in the rear part of the ship. And then the front part of the ship, besides those two generators across the walk path over here, most of the engineering does seem to be in the definitely in the front part of the ship. Not at the front of the ship though, but front of the ships as a part is quite large. So all right, one last thing here. Let's fly around through here. So yeah, look at all the combat steel and stuff going on in here, especially on the front. So for combat stuff here, we've got decoy generators going on. We've got a lot of combat steel in the area. Layers of it. Layers of it. Oh, wow. And even more. That is a large area of... wow. Okay, so the front of this can take a heavy amount of abuse and not really cause any problems whatsoever. So that is cool too. So definitely, yeah, the actual interior of the ship doesn't start to about here. So that is all like disposable, like blow me up, I don't care kind of stuff. And these are just antennas right now too. So as in its weaponry, it may not have any right now. Maybe you would load that out. We'll see when we look at the stats here. Yeah. Anyway, let's look at those. So unlock level 25, size class 13, 35 forward, 24 strafing, 25 lift, 24 reverse, and 23 down. So pretty balanced here with our thrust. I fear that this may be a vanilla build, and I'm looking at it RE2. So if that is the case, then these numbers would be a lot bigger all across here. I might have to just quickly spawn that in. Yeah, it's definitely set up for... Well, actually, it basically doesn't have any CPU blocks installed currently in it. So I guess it could go either way. Or it's probably, which is fine. A lot of players out there, they want to build what they want to build, and they don't want to be restricted by CPU. And I get that because it's kind of fun sometimes not having to care about the CPU and stuff like that. So you can kind of build what you really want to build as opposed to all the restrictions. So this one's just kind of like set up. I went out the players just doesn't have CPU on when using the ship in game, which then this all works fine. So it does have a warp drive. Well, again, this may be for vanilla as well. So I apologize for that. Stock shield on here is 92,420 on there. And let's see if there's anything else I wanted to see in here. No. Okay. And as in its resource cost too, it's not needing anything strange. Again, could be vanilla. So I don't know. Does vanilla have platinum in it? I don't know. I don't know if that does or not. But yeah, pretty straightforward resource costs on here too. Nothing too crazy. All right, storage. So we got an ammo controller. Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, probably not using the weights and volumes. Ammo controller is just basically the controller by itself, which is fine. Again, if you're not using weights and volumes, that's all. This works fine. Same thing with the harvest controller, and a lot of sort boxes. So yeah, very, very cool build. Very cool build. That's quite a large ship. Again, a huge amount of armor on the front. Almost this front section of the ship almost looks like it could be its own ship as well. And then you got the mid section, and then you got the rear section, which is only attached via some antimatter physics that I don't understand, and this particular walk path there. So ramp, very, very cool build. Again, this is the Judge Dredd CV by oh, I'm sorry, I'm screwing up the name. It's Majklista or Majklista. Very, very cool build. I screw up everybody's name, so please just yell at me for it. I don't mean to though. All right, let me power you off a second here, and let's get on to the next build. And it looks like we're going to be jumping into the Buck Rogers verse again here. Let me get you powered on. And here we have the SWY Wing, or SWYWING by Barefoot and Hillbilly. And SW, what does that mean? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, what a cool looking Buck Rogers build here. I think I seen this in one of the movies, maybe. Maybe not. But that looks really accurate, actually, from what I remember from the Y wings. A little different than the X wings from. Never mind. But oh, that's very, very cool. Look at that setup. It does look really quite authentic. All the standard tech going through here. All these little details. We got the R2 over there. You gotta have the R2. Look at the thruster setups over there. Very, very cool build. I like these like guardrails and stuff there too. Nice added detail. Obviously O2 and a weapon locker on the back there. We got some carrying around some missiles with it, or torpedoes or something. What are those? Bombs. I got it wrong. Not missiles, not torpedoes. They're bombs. Gotta have the bombs. Very nice. And a couple like plasma or laser guns on the front here. And of course you gotta have a turret there. Looks like the warp drive's kind of right part of the hull in here, which that looks really cool. All kinds of stuff that's... Oh, look how wild this is. We got a... oh, I said warp drive. That's I meant shield. Shield there, warp drive back here. I like the asymmetrical layout of all the blocks in the area. Like the wiring going down that side. You got this over here. Really cool. Cool looking texture lights on the back there as well. Nice looking build. Nice looking build. Again, the author has built a lot of this franchise's builds. That's I don't know. He claims they start with an SW. I don't know if that's true or not, but very, very cool stuff here. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Hold on. Okay, so we got to look at what's happening under the doors here. So we got some CPU cores. And is that a fridge? No, that's a CPU core too. All CPU cores there. And some more on the other side. So that's got, yeah, if you want to get access to your processing power. It's all right in there. And the back, yeah, obviously has the warp drive and shield, and probably generators and stuff in here too, I bet. Fuel, O2, some thrusters. Main core is there. It's like you got a storage controller. Oh, wow. So, okay, I got to figure out. Oh, that was difficult. So you get in the cockpit right over here, that's cool. Kind of definitely has that fighter feel to it. And a storage controller that is accessible inside of there as well. Cool. All the block work around here kind of conforms to the glasswork there. This is making up like a kind of like a prefab cockpit, but it's not. So yeah, very, very cool build here. I always like the Y wings from Buck Rogers. All right. Anyway, unlock level 25, size class 1, 54 forward, 27 strafing, 28 lift, 54 reverse, and 28 down. Got 2 fuel tanks, 6 oxygen tanks, 2 bomb launchers, a couple laser cannons, and a laser turret. 1 hour and 1 minute build time. Does need some superconductors and some heat exchangers. I wouldn't doubt this is using a reactor or a fusion reactor for its power plant. Set to 18,000 CPU using 16,514 of that. Translates to a core 6. So 2 basic, 2 improved, and 1 advanced CPU core. Does have a jump drive in it. Stock shield strength is just under 5,000, so 4984. Storage on here. We got an ammo controller at 5K and our pentaction tank. So yeah, right to the point. Meant to come up to those Death Stars and things like that and drop bombs on them. From Buck Rogers. All right. Very nice build again. This really it goes with the collection well there. Again, this is the SWY or SWYWING or you know whatever those first 2 letters mean. Y-wing by Barefoot and Hillbilly. All right, I stretched that out a little bit too much. Sorry about that. So speaking of more Buck Rogers stuff, look at this. Nope. Hey, turn on. So this is the, oh man. It's going to make me say it, isn't it? It's going to make me say it. Gosh darn it. All right, so this is the Star Wars Virgil Corvette RE2 by Pretorius 428. And this is really cool. Gosh darn it, you blew my whole Buck Rogers thing here. I had to read the name correctly. Gosh darn it. See, I had a loophole on the last build, but... So here we got like a fairly small Star Destroyer-like build here. Which is, yeah, very, very cool looking. It actually is hitting all the main like stuff on what you'd see in a Star Destroyer. Definitely have your different hull plates here on the top with your separation there, kind of going down into a triangle pattern throughout the build. Oh, and it's got a lot of bays on the side here too. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. So obviously, like 3 different like hangar bays. Well, kind of one big hangar there on the sides there. Cool looking texture lights mounted in there. And we got our thruster configuration in the back. Very Star Wars like. Screw my whole spiel up, damn it. Look at the oh, this is pretty interesting glasswork on the front here. It's actually 2 layers of using the angled windows to create that pattern on there. That's pretty interesting. And you got the big old radar dish over here. It's just a scam. It's just a scam. It's like, hey, look at me. I'm a big long-range radar array. Hey, look at me. I'm this little bitty detector. No, I'm just kidding. Now, obviously, this actually works out great. This is like a placeholder. I'm sure this isn't the real one because it has the detector. And honestly, by the looks of it, it looks like this is kind of. I would doubt that this is like a really cool starter CV on here. It does have a couple turrets. They've got some of these asteroid things there, and no, those look really cool too. I when I looked at Life Force's build, I was just being stupid, but yeah, really cool looking gun emplacement there as well, out of blocks. But yeah, no, I'm starting to really think this is a starter CV, and what a cool looking starter CV. If that is correct, I don't know. Again, I haven't looked at the specs or anything on this yet, but very nice looking build. Yeah, it definitely hits the hits all the buttons there. Everybody was gonna know what franchise this came from. It even says it in the name. All right. Well, I'm gonna let me get over. Well, right there, and just lights. A little bit more. Now this looks really, really nice too. So yeah, coming into the hangar area here, it's actually a pretty good spacious hangar. Obviously with the 3 side bay doors too, which is really cool for moving in a lot of I don't know, either tanks or stormtrooper movers, that kind of stuff. Got a deconstructor over here. We've got a full medical bay in the corner, including the shower and our oh, that's an elevator. Got an elevator back there. I thought it was going to be a toilet. Right there. So that surprised me a little bit. And looks like production on the other side, storage boxes. Again, it looks really, really nice. Really hitting the Star Wars vibe looks. I'm seeing some like the LCD up there. That's that'll be more of the Imperial, I think, not the Rebels here. At least in present form. We'll have to see if there's some P menu options for that too. Armor locker, weapon locker. And then, yeah, I think we're just into the cargo bay here. Now, I'm going to have to go back and hit those elevators back there yet, too. But we got another one here. Maybe it just crosses through, too. I don't know. We got some thruster access positions over here. Front generator. We got some Xeno blocks. So this kind of looks like it's a decoy generator here. Is this actually a combat ship? It could be. Yeah, these could very well be decoy thrusters as well. Obviously, that's a decoy generator, and that's a lot of Xeno material right back in there. So, interesting. And we do have a looks like a walkway that's probably gonna lead to the back of the ship as well. So we got some crew rooms in here. I got they really stock a lot of towels in those crew rooms there. In case you got a spill, a mess, take a shower, you are set. And very, very nice looking crew rooms there. And look at all the other supplies they got too. And all of them do. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So, oh, look at this. Yeah, we got the hexagon, very Star Wars looking hallway. And we've got, storage controllers out to the side over here. Down kind of like these airlock tube kind of things. And our main core right up in there. I like the red texture lights in the mix there too. Just a little bit of them. That looks really, really cool. CPU cores over here. Obviously room for a bunch more of them. On both sides over here, actually. So this is actually, okay, I'm going to rule out my starter thing. This is running way too much CPU to be a starter, so I do not think this is a starter at this point in time. And I didn't think it was a combat CV either, but it kind of appears like that it is. Oh, look at that. We got part upgrade areas over here. We got a 3x3 space for maybe a shield. Well, I guess that would... I'm trying to think of different part sizes. Well, 2 of those upgrade rooms there. There's other parts that would fit there too. I said shield, but yeah. This one's bigger, a whole lot bigger. So yeah, a whole bunch. So large shields, maybe. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. You could also you could plug in some medium shields in here too, if you wanted to. But definitely a lot of upgrade room. Hold on, let me check the P menu. Okay, I just want to see if there's like a part info thing going on here. Wow, more room for a lot of things actually. Most any part would fit in here, including a drone bay, I think. So interesting. A lot of places to put stuff in here. This is a pretty good sized ship actually. A couple of storage controllers there. And then we're getting to a elevator back here. And we got our Pentaxid tank. Very cool. Mezzanine over the hangar area. And this is going to get us down into our rear hangar elevators. And this whole back section opens up really cool too, by the way. Yeah, it gives you a lot of room to fit stuff in there. Usually, with most hangars that I've seen, including my own and my own builds, the most restrictive part of them is usually the entry point on what you can fit in there or not, due to the how big the door is. But usually the hangars, once you get in there, have decent amount of room. It's just getting through the door is the roughest part there. But this is really cool the way this is set up. So the whole lower deck of this is all about the hangar and production equipment and things like that. And then the upper deck, parts and CPU blocks and everything like that. So, all right. There's a bridge, but I don't think I found my way to that bridge yet. So I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to go into the bridge and see how I get to it from in the ship here. We got a nice entry coming into the bridge area. Got another medical bay up in here. Very nice. That's very convenient right off the landing pad. And oh yeah, look at the bridge. I like those recessed areas in there too. That is a very cool look. And again, really interesting what the author did with the front glass on here. It's actually like an outer layer and an inner layer using all triangled glass pieces to make that formation, which is really cool. A couple passenger seats in here. Oh wow, we got more crew rooms yet. Oh, that's kind of cool too. Kind of a little thing in the wall there, but yeah, they got the full blown patterned carpet in all those rooms. Let me just take this down a minute, see how this gets into the rest of the ship. Okay, so this goes on the main hallway, like right through the ship there. Yeah, okay, right up to the mezzanine above the hangar here. So yeah, very cool, very cool. Yeah, very nice. All right, so I think this just has more guns and stuff on it than I thought it did. Let's see. So unlock level 20, size class 5, 55 forward, 21 strafing, 52 lift, 39 reverse, and 48 down. I got 26 fuel tanks, 14 oxygen tanks, 8 light Gatling turrets, a detector, 7 hour and 35 minute build time. Not really needing anything too special in here. Again, maybe this is a vanilla build again. No, I want to say it is. Not if it's set like this. So 6... Oh, I did say RE2 right in the name of this too. Yes, 600 set to 620,000 CPU using 507,000. So a good amount, like 113,000 available CPU when you first get it. Oh, nicely organized setup in here. Oh, that's cool. So all your storage is actually just already listed here. And this is a Core 7. So kind of, yeah, not a starter, but not like not built all the way out. Obviously, there's a lot more room for cores and a lot of upgrade parts in the build. Stock shield on here, 17,105. So you kind of seen the storage in the device manager already, but that's all going to be laid out over here as well. So got a 640K input, backup storage, another 640 there. Foods, oh, fuel storage, not food. 640 for fuel storage. And then we got a 320K harvest controller, ammo for 320K, and very, very nice. Yeah, so a good amount of storage on here too. Nicely labeled. Oh yeah, actually harvest controller 320 there. Yeah, very, very cool build. Like a kind of like a little bit of a mini Star Destroyer. Very nice. Again, this is the Star Wars Virgil Corvette RE2 by Practorius 428. Very, very nice build. Alright, so moving on to the next one here. A lot of combat CVs or combat-oriented ships in this this week. So this one, this is the Invictus Core 7 Combat CV by Allarion, or Allarion. Okay. And yeah, this looks like it's pretty hardcore combat here, right off the gates. Looking at this setup over here of all the turrets that are in there, and they're supporting Xenoblocks. And I imagine that the front here is going to have a lot of decoys and stuff in it. But let's get a good look at the ship here. Also seeing a whole lot of sentry guns. And they're kind of mounted in a lot of Xeno material in these different areas as well. Strafey thrust protected around, kind of recessed in there too, and protected around extra steel grates on the outside. Similar going up with the forward thrust on the back. Look at all the Xeno blocks. You can tell this texture is Xeno only, so no question if it's Xeno or not in this case. It looks like we got a long-range radar on the back. And that is a long-range radar. Oh, wow. So the top-down view, it's got kind of some really cool, like, texture-like graphics, I would say, on it as well. Almost kind of looks like a bit of a face there, a couple eyes. That's really cool. And this whole spiky pattern going on in here, that is pretty wild. Again, I don't know if this is a replica of some origin or not, or some sci-fi franchise out there, or just an original build. I don't know. It looks really, really cool though. I like the use of going like with this white, and then the dark, and then the blue texture lights kind of in the mix there. Also some gray areas as well. Look at up above the cockpit bridge area here. This is like a big old mech weapon or something like that. Look at that. A couple real high intensity lights. Looks like a 6-pack of plasma guns, I think. Yeah, plasma cannons. Down thrusters over there. Yeah, cool looking formation on there. And it kind of there's some lights on the front, kind of illuminating this part of the ship as well. All right, quick hull material check on here. So obviously, yeah, it's what you would expect it to be. Decoy thruster right there in the front. Decoy generator. Combat steel and Xeno layers. It's gonna be a little hard to see in here. Put the light on too. Layers, more layers. Set in there. Okay, so we got Wi-Fi there, and then okay, so up to this point, then we got our warp drive. So Pretty much the front nose area of the ship here. It's all kind of set up for the AI to be shooting at that area. It does actually have an installed turret on the top and bottom over here as well. A little bit more for them to shoot at. But then after that, and then all your guns are back over here. Hopefully the AI is more concerned about shooting that stuff on the front, and then you blast them. That's usually pretty effective. Unless I'm piloting the ship, then nothing works right. But thought I'll throw that in there too. Very, very cool though. Here, let me turn off my light again. Alright, so let's get aboard here. I gotta look around the bridge here. See if there's a quick entry point here. Nope. It's kind of recessed down below here. Aha! Aha! It is sneaky. It looked like it was going to be sneaky, and it is sneaky. Look at this sneaky little entry over here into the interior. Let me get out of God mode now. So we got the elevated pilot seat there. So which is kind of cool actually. So when you're actually flying this, yeah, you can kind of see a little bit down below, like the nose area too, or off the sides of it at least, and stuff like that. That's cool. So in the bridge we got a fridge and a weapon locker, armor locker. It's like O2 and armor repair here. Yeah, I'll go this way first. No. So that's where I came in at. Let's go down the elevator here. So yeah, we even got a storage box coming down the elevator. Let me turn my light here a second. Got some hardcore Xeno. Open space here. Looks like for part upgrades, things like that. Quite a lot of stuff would fit in here. I would not doubt it's intended for large shield parts back there. And off to this side, oh yeah, we got a small constructor. Looks like got a core, CPU core. Okay. And quantum, okay, this is all making sense. So with CPU core room in here, it's actually not rocking that many CPUs right now at least, but we'll see. Go to the other side here too. And on this side we got an advanced generator and two. Well, that's actually a smaller generator. Another small generator could go up there, or kind of a universal zone here for a small fusion reactor. So yeah, definitely, I think I'm in God mode again here. Now going forward here, we've got a gravity generator and some fuel tanks. Neat seeing these angle doors coming off from here too. Obviously, you know, for part upgrades and things like that. Okay, so I'm thinking there's more ship than what I've been in so far, but I'm going to cheat a little bit. I want to kind of see if that's true or not. And like our main shield right there. I know there. Yeah, we got some. We got our main core up in there. We got some medium shield parts installed in here. Doesn't look like there's any like hallway access to these rooms, unless I'm not seeing something. But and then obviously the warp drive is up over here. So I think all these areas are kind of like just kind of built into that part of the hall there. And it really looks like it's really hardcore for combat, I would say. It's not doing any farms and that kind of thing. It just really is going to blow up stuff in the galaxy here. So very, very cool. Does look like it would be quite effective too. A lot of firepower here with all the turrets, the launchers back over there, the decoys on the front. A lot of Xeno material in the build as well. All right, let's look at some numbers here. So unlock level 25, size class 6, 34, 30 strafing, 30 lift, 30 reverse, 30 down. That is really matched, very matched thrust. Usually intended for space combat, so any way you go, your ship's going to move the same speed and things like that. 4 fuel tanks, 1 oxygen tank. Yeah, actually, it doesn't really have a lot of interior space in it, so it probably won't need more than that. It does have long-range radar, 6 plasma cannons, 12 light laser turrets, 32 sentry guns, and additional more light Gatling turrets in there. 9-hour and 18-minute build time. Not really needing anything too crazy here. An advanced upgrade kit for the radar. Some plasma converters, so that could be for some of the thrusters on here. Could be plasma, or the weapons are using them. Wow, the CPU is also quite a bit lower than I thought it would be, which is pretty interesting too. Like those CPU rooms were not filled up a lot. So it's sitting at a 620,000 CPU. I'm gonna translate. Oh, and this is all. Look at this. This is all like fancy in here too. So Core 7 build here. 2 basic, 2 improved, and 2 advanced CPU cores. Stock shield on here, 67,438. And then storage. We've got a nicely labeled storage area. It looks like a couple harvest controllers, 200K and a 320. Got our main ammo at 320, port ammo and starboard ammo. Another 320, but divided up into 2 more ammo bays. You know, if say for instance your main ammo bay gets popped, yeah, you've got backup in there. But yeah, it's really set up for combat. Just even how the storage is set up. So very cool build here. Yeah, it's kind of quite designer looking too, I will say, with the graphics, the overall shape and style of it. Very cool looking. So again, this is the Invictus Core 7 Combat CV by Empyrion. So yeah, I believe that is an author I'm unfamiliar with too. There's been a couple this week already, which is really cool to see that. All right, so the last build of the day, I got this one out of new releases. This is the Magpie Advanced Mining by Richbrook. I'm sorry, not Broke. Richbrook. And yeah, this looks like a really cool, pretty interesting looking CV miner here, with an 8-pack laser drills. Really cool looking bridge area there. That's actually kind of nicely set up right in the center of the mining drills for good mining operations and looks. We got some big old bright lights here to light up the asteroids you're mining. Looks like we have a radar dish. I always like to check these. I don't know why, but yeah, it's a real one. Makes sense. Yeah, you'd want a long-range radar with a any kind of CV miner, in my opinion. Otherwise, it sucks. but it's costs more to have the good radar. And then it looks. See, yeah, look at this. Kind of like a almost like industrial, like cargo mining frigate here, which is really cool. Some wild stuff going on the backside here, on the top there. That looks really cool. Like this kind of looks like a big antenna setup, or almost like it's like it could deploy this, and this is like a drone or something too. That's a possibility. Do have some looks like some rocket turrets up over here, missile turrets. Gatling gun on the back, and yeah, very nice and detailed too. I like that industrial look, kind of doing between like the industrial yellow orange color going into like some grays. Obviously some of the metal here in places is a little rusty, little used, a lot of grime and grit on here, which would make sense because it is a mining vessel and it's looks the part here. So that is really cool. It's really cool. A little bit larger mining vessel too. Definitely can light up those asteroids in the front there with light. Not to destroy them, and then protect itself from drones and things like that. That is very cool. Very cool. I like this back section here. These thruster housings look really cool as well. A lot of detail all over the place. Even the like the decals going around there. Oh, and we got our S5 on the bottom there. I like how that's kind of painted too with the industrial colors. Also some white in the build too. Grays, whites, blacks, yellows, quite a bit. But yeah, it all looks good together. All right, so let me get on board here. I did see a way in through the back right here. So let me park here a second, and we will adjust the lights. Oh man! All right. So coming on in here, looks like we've got some plasma turbines in here. Those are the medium-sized ones there, I believe. And we got looks like I believe an advanced warp drive. I think that's what we're looking at. A lot of boxes. Got some fuel up there. Now, well, yeah, cool looking back room area there. So what do we got here? Oh, we got an exit. I didn't see this from the bottom side there. That's cool. So we do have a kind of asymmetrically placed exit. Unless there's, I don't think there's another one on the other side. Nope. So over here, it looks like we've got a bathroom over here. Pretty wild. It's got some carpet in there and stuff. Exit. Yep. And it looks like we're getting right up into the front section of the ship and in the bridge. Very cool. A lot of utility in here. We got a teleporter as well. Looks like our armor locker, armor repair. Small constructor there, O2, med bay, all the med stuff, I think. Those two parts there. Yeah, the other pieces are over on this side. Oh, yeah, we got a farm. Look at that. We got a farm in here, too. And then that leads to crew quarters. A grow light status. On, off. Yeah, kind of animated LCD there. Well, two different frames to it. Very cool. Tied into the switch. Cargo controller capacity. Oh, I've never seen these particular LCDs, so I'm thinking the author made these LCDs too. I don't think they're part of a set out there. Got a generator and a lot of stuff up in the ceiling here. Look at all that. We got O-tanks, O2 tanks and whatnot. That's kind of cool. It looks, yeah, again, very industrial-like. And then we go into the crew quarters here. It says, yeah, you gotta have your bunk bed and a little locker there. Got some really fancy wood grain, and yeah, just kind of spiffed up in here with its aesthetics. And then we can see some CPU cores through the window there. Yeah, through that window there as well. Yeah, very cool, very cool. So like a nice 8 drill miner here. I like the LCDs. Ammo. It's got a little skull and crossbones there. Yep. Ammo. Cargo. Yep. On the salvage turret. Oh yeah, gotta have a salvage turret. Yeah. So mining, salvaging, salvage turret. Where is that located? On the bottom here. Ah, there it is. Yep. So yep, mining and salvaging rig here. Very cool. Very cool. And drone defense, and yeah, it looks like it's gonna have some decent cargo on it too. We'll see. So, unlock level 25, size class 2, 58 forward, 25 straight from 34 lift, 58 reverse, and 26 down. Got 12 fuel tanks, 6 oxygen tanks. Do have the multi-turrets, real long-range radar, some sentry guns, a couple missile turrets. The 8 drills, obviously, or a sentry gun. Not much in the sentry guns, just one on here. 6 hour and 20-minute build time. It is using 5 quantum processors in here. Communication equipment needed for the radar, and a little bit of that stuff. Some animator converters too, could be for the thrusters on here. CPU wise, set to looks like Core 7. Dialed right into that as well. So yeah, only that shouldn't be a problem at all, being 419 over. And Core 7 set up there. And let's see what our warp drive is. Yeah, Advanced, yeah, it looked like an advanced. You can, I have a hard time telling from like the front on view, but if you look at the sides of the warp drive, the standard versus the advanced do look different. Stock shield on here, just about 30,000 or 29,926. Do have some P menu options in here. Harvest Sensory, a lot of power and gravity options, and lights, of course. Storage. So we've got Harvest Controller at 320K. Main storage 250. Now the main storage isn't checking out right here. It does say 88K. Says 256K here. 31,000 for ammo storage. It's probably fine. Another controller at 112. Another at 104. And it looks like some sort boxes and the repair station in there. So yeah, very, very, very cool CV miner. Again, looks pretty authentic. Looks rugged and worn and used, and probably quite profitable. So again, this is the Magpie Advanced Mining by Rich Brook. Very, very cool. Very cool build. And that is the last build for this week. So yeah, a lot of really cool ships to look at. Now again, I didn't look at fully through the Entei build here, but yeah, very cool. A lot of combat CVs and one SV only this week. Yeah. Other than that, you all have yourself a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you later.